Configuring and enabling the consumption meter. Tap consumption meter to configure it. A pop-up will remind you the consumption CTs cannot be installed on the load side of the MID. Check and confirm the CTs are not installed on the load side of the system controller. Click and select the diagram that reflects how your system is configured and where the consumption CTs are located. In this system, as an example, it's a whole home backup with the CTs on the main feeders between the utility meter and the system controller. Answer the pop-up question based on your system configuration. The Setup Consumption Meter screen will show the total home loads. This is how much the entire home is consuming. To begin the consumption meter validation, PV must be turned off by turning off the breakers inside the AC combiner box or the PV subpanel. Check the box when you've switched off all your breakers. With the PV turned off, the meter readings in the installer app are showing just the current consumption of the home. Now turn on a load with a known wattage, such as a 1200 watt hairdryer. Tap Next. We are asked if the total home load now increased by the amount expected of the added load. If no, try the test again. If yes, tap Yes to continue. Phase errors are a common installation error which, if unchecked, could cause the system to operate incorrectly or erratically. Installers should perform a phase check for L1 and L2 to ensure consistent phasing from the main panel to the IQ gateway. The diagram pop-up shows how to check for proper phasing. Confirm you have done this by tapping Confirm. With the PV still turned off, the net power being imported from the grid will show on the screen. For the next step, turn on the PV breakers to start PV power production. Tap the Switch on PV breakers message to begin the timer to show how long before PV starts production. If the loads in the home remain relatively constant, the import number will drop as PV starts producing to help feed the loads. If PV is producing more than there are loads, the message will switch from power being imported to displaying how much power is being exported to the grid. This confirms the operation of the consumption CTs. Tap Next to continue. There is one last installer test to check if the consumption meter is running correctly. If the home has a utility meter that shows power flow, kilowatts, in and out of the meter, you can verify if the home's utility power meter readings matches the reading you see on the installer app. If the consumption readings look good, tap Enable Consumption Meter to complete the meter setup. Click Continue to configure the storage meter if there's one installed and is required for the storage system.